Good morning and welcome to Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa, home of the Girls State Wrestling Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Andy Pollack alongside Sydney Bolin, and in just a moment we'll have the semifinals and the consolation rounds here of the 2025 Girls State Wrestling Tournament. Coach, yesterday we were here all day long. Once the action starts, it is fast and furious until the very end.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Something cool, too. Did you know last night we sold out for our session this morning?
This is the only place you can watch anything the rest of the day, not just this session, but I saw right before we got here they also sold out the championship session. So they're getting everybody to scooch in. Our PA announcer said, treat it like church. Get everybody to the middle and get to know your friend because we are shoehorned in today. We're going to have here on mats 1 through 4, and we'll be focusing a lot on mats 3 and 4 here, because we'll have Class 1A and the semifinals. We've got 8 wrestlers left in each round. We've got the semifinals going on here, consolation rounds, which will get us to the 3rd, 5th, and 7th place matches. We'll have the 7th place matches yet this morning, and then we will have tonight going concurrently with the championship bouts. We will have the 3rd place and 5th place matches as well. So everyone here today still wrestling will be a place winner. So exciting there, and it was a fun day yesterday. We started with 16 in each class, and we are down to the final 8. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the introductions of some of the girls and everything to go along with this tournament matchup. You're watching Girls State Wrestling presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
Leading research. Sharing our expertise with all.
That's great.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better.
Fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU. Welcome back to the 2025 Girls State Wrestling Tournament, powered by Mid-American Energy here on the Girls Union Network. Andy Pollock, Sydney Bolin, as the mats have been cleared and we're getting set to go here this morning. We will have Class 1A with us. Mats 3 and 4 will be the primary focus this morning as we set up our championship bouts for tonight. We'll get started right at 100 pounds, where we'll see Chloe Sheffield from Decorah against Ainsley Heeman from Osage on mat number 3. And on mat number 4, we'll have Lily Webster from Colfax Mingo and Kennedy Helsher from Wapello. We've seen a lot of high-scoring bouts with the score changes this year. Led to a lot more tech fall opportunities, some early tech falls as well that we've seen this year. But it's really made situations where everybody's into the match throughout the entirety, when we've seen a lot of late big moves, big scoring moves put on at the end.
No doubt. You throw that all along with, just being able to keep a toe in bounds, and you've really got people sitting on the edge of their seats. There's been a lot of wrestling on the edge of the mats, and these girls are either scoring on the edge of the mat or even getting pins, which is pretty exciting.
One of the exciting ones last night, watched a young lady down 13-0 score a fall with 19 seconds left. That was impressive, and just never out of it. And that's one of the beauties of the sport of wrestling. You've got to wrestle all the way through the entire match.
Yes, no, definitely. You're never out of it for sure. There's always, a lot can happen in the last 5 seconds even of a match.
All the way through. Well, we're going to take one more break and be back, and it is time to wrestle here at the 2025 Girls State Wrestling Tournament on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a fifth-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Wrestling Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be the title sponsor of this amazing event. Iowa's farmers work endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our local communities. Similarly, Iowa's student athletes dedicate countless hours to train and excel in their sport. Partnering with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union allows us to celebrate farmers and student athletes while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is a tremendous achievement, and it requires strong support. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we can celebrate and honor students for their accomplishments on the wrestling mat and in the classroom. The Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to your success, assisting our organization in providing awards, grants, and scholarships, as well as concussion insurance and these wonderful championship hats. These contributions not only protect student athletes' health, but also highlight outstanding performance in both athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have so much to be proud of, and every single one of us plays a role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on an outstanding season, and best of luck in the tournament.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And we're back, getting ready to go. Have the national anthem coming your way soon. Andy Pollock, Sydney Bolin here at the 2025 Girls State Wrestling Tournament. The third year this has been sanctioned here in the state of Iowa. And it is time to go.
We know you all love watching girls wrestling so much that yesterday's attendance for session 1 was 2,293 and session 2 was 3,427. For today's action, you will be able to follow the bout numbers on the big screens located on both ends of the arena. The Class 1A semifinals will be wrestled on mats 3 and 4, Class 2A semifinals on mats 5 and 6. The consolation matches will be ask that you please join us and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those who protect our freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
We are packed in here inside Extreme Arena in Coralville. Andy Pollock, Sydney Bolin with you here as we get set to go with the 2025 semifinals of the Girls State Wrestling Tournament. Here presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on mat number 3. We will have Chloe Sheffield of Decorah against Ainsley Heeman. Sheffield the 1 seed overall, Heeman the 5 seed. And on mat number 4, which will be the bottom right. And Helsher rode out Webster the entire second period. Helsher, the 2 seed.
Oh, Sheffield with a reversal there on mat 3 as she evens it out, but looking for some back points or a fall.
She's got the 4.
Heeman fighting real hard over there.
As here on mat number 3. Quickly out, and oh, look at that.
And another Heeman reverses her back. Holy cow.
That turned things big time.
And it looks like she's getting 4.
And in front of us once again, Webster now with a strong ride. She's 20 seconds into it, and as I say that, that's when Helsher gets up. And 4 points there at the end of the period for Heeman. She takes a 9-7 lead into the third. Things have amped up quite a bit today. You can just feel a lot more energy inside this place.
It's definitely packed, and the crowd, you know, they're literally hovering over us.
Yeah, they are right here.
It's cool. It makes the atmosphere, you know, a lot more exciting and fun. And me, just as a commentator sitting here getting chills, I can only imagine, you know, the intensity even for the wrestlers, that it might kind of amp up a little bit even.
Minute left here in period number 3 with Helsher and Webster. Helsher holding on to that 2-0 lead as both wrestlers are up.
Heeman comes out from on bottom over on mat 3 to get an escape point, leading 10-7 against number 1 Sheffield in the semifinals match.
And it looks like Helsher is going to be trying to work her way around to grab a takedown here and try to seal this one. Still not, as Webster's got her hand attached to the leg, and there's the takedown for Helscher. Tied things up over on number 3 after a takedown. They say takedown and reversal, so Heeman back in the lead.
Again, it's amazing how fast, you know, these matches escalate and change.
We are done, in our first ticket punch to the finals tonight is Kennedy Helscher from Wapello at 100 pounds here in Class 1A. She wins the final there 7-0. This is going to be a fun minute to follow on mat number 3.
No doubt. Got an escape there for, is that Sheffield?
Yeah, she trails 12-11. The senior Sheffield, the freshman Heeman.
You can definitely see, you know, the schools cheering for the teams as, you know, when Sheffield and Heeman are going back and forth, you can see the groups of, you know, families and friends standing up to cheer them on.
Now moving on to 105 here on mat number 4, and that is going to be Serenity Turner of Knoxville, 45-2, a junior, against Carlina Buford of Davenport Assumption, 28-3, a junior, and a quick takedown there for Serenity Turner. Still 12-11 right now. Heeman holding on for 20 seconds on mat number 3. Trying to cause a matchup with Helscher tonight.
And they're going to call it blood time.
Blood time with 10 seconds to go. And it is Sheffield who has blood. In the meantime, here on mat number 3, the 105 semifinal. Quick start there by Buford. Buford, the 7 seed out of Assumption. Serenity Turner, the 3 seed. 6 tournament wins this year. And she got a little high there as Buford trying to slide her head out. Still trying to hold on, and there it is, the reversal there for Buford. Still waiting to get that blood cleared up over on number 3 with 10 seconds to go in that match. Sheffield's going to have to make some action happen. Might have to get a little uncomfortable here in these last 10 seconds.
So whistle blows.
I've not seen any stalls at all, so that's going to be out of play.
And Heeman knows it. You can see it in her face.
She looked right at us with a huge smile on her face as that match went to all zeros. The freshman, Ainsley Heeman.
Yeah.
She will wrestle Helscher tonight. Big hugs for everybody from both sides over there on mat number 3. Buford still working on Turner here, trailing 3-2 at 105. As we start period number 2, Serenity Turner will have her choice. She'll defer to the 3rd period. And now moving on in mat number 3 over on the far side at 105. That will be
Violet
Diaz and Emma Miller.
This one's a pretty even matchup here. You've got your number 1 seed Diaz and your number 4 seed Miller. Diaz, a sophomore out of Denver. Miller, a senior out of Trainer. I'm sure she's going to be hungry for, you know, that chance on top of the podium tonight.
Action on the edge of the mat as they just come off here in front of us with Turner and Buford. Turner still leading 3-2.
Nice shot in by Buford here on mat 4.
Gets the takedown to make it 5-3. Diaz working on a takedown across the way, and she's got it. Excuse me, yes, that's Diaz, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
Diaz is out of Denver. Back
for
points
fall
coming here for Buford.
Yeah. She looks at the ref to show him, maybe she's got that shoulder down.
Starting to get a little high. And she gives up the leg now to Turner. 4 back points there for Buford. She leads 9-3. Excuse me, for Buford.
Buford, a junior out of Assumption.
And now Turner down on the mat. Didn't see what happened. Grabbing her inhaler.
Got a nice cradle over on mat 3. Looks like Diaz looking for back points are full.
Diaz, the 1 seed, 29-0 on the year, as she runs out of time there in period number 1, and she did not get any back points out of that. Actually, that was period 1, and it's now 3-0 as they head to period number 2.
We must have a brother.
I'm guessing so.
A teammate, from the boys team cheering her on behind us. As he's walking her through, shake it off and keep wrestling.
An escape over there from Miller makes it 3-1. Buford continues to work around, trying to work in on a cradle as Turner gets up, and she does get the escape right there on the edge of the mat. 9-4, Buford in the lead.
About 30 seconds left here in the second period on mat 4. In the second period, we've got about 1:20 left.
Turner never came up in on a single right now. Oh, look at that strong sprawl there by Buford. No scoring there.
Nice defense there.
She shot her hips back and went stiff. It made it really hard for Turner to get that. Now Buford on the edge of the mat. Probably blocked out a little bit by you, but she does get the takedown, and it's now 12-4.
As she's getting more and more excited.
Buford looks to her coaches for instruction. Diaz still in the lead on number 2. She's got 40 seconds to go in period number 2. Starting period 3 here.
Stall call over on mat 3 for Miller.
Buford is starting to get cradled now as Turner works in on it, and she looks up and the coaches say, no, don't work that. Let's work something different. Still Diaz in the lead, 3-1. Buford trying to run one here.
Got the leg nice.
And she's going to get the reversal here in a second, and she does. 2 more points for Buford. Now she's getting back
for the
points.
Half out the gate, yeah. And a pin. Holy cow, number 7, Buford. Out of Assumption, pulls off that win to go into the finals tonight.
Over number 3, Serenity Turner. Now our attention turns over to number 3, where we've got a good one going on right now. Violet Diaz of Denver, Emma Miller of Trainer. Diaz leading 3-1. Diaz has the black singlet, Miller has the red one. And it looks like Diaz runs that, and she gets the takedown there. 6-1 she leads. Now in front of us right now, going on mat number 4, Valentina West of Davenport Assumption. And Kirsten Swartz of Mount Vernon. They are wrestling at 110.
Miller taking shots over on mat 3, but nothing successful for her yet.
All locked up with a minute to go over there on the back edge of the mat. 6-2, Diaz still in the lead. No score yet, 45 seconds in on mat number 4 between West and Swart. So we've already seen the 100-pound final set for tonight. Trying to finish out the 105, and we've already moved to 110 as well. Like I said, once we get started, we roll all the way through. There's not much time to take a breath.
Yes, no. They're doing good over on the Consolation side as well, moving through things pretty quick as they are on 110 and 115 over there.
Diaz doing a good job of fighting off everything that Miller throws at her here with 12 seconds to go. Still scoreless between Swart and West.
Oh man, that
right
was,
there at the end. 3
yes.
points there for Diaz.
Miller tried to throw there at the end, and Diaz covered on top.
Just had to get sometimes a little bit uncomfortable when you have to score some points at the very end. Although with a 7-point move, it doesn't take long to
bounce back.
Get those points
Yeah.
added up. As you see, Violet Diaz moves on to tonight's finals at 105 pounds in Class 1A. End of the first period, still scoreless between Valentina West and Kirsten Swartz. That is West in the red singlet, Swart in the black singlet.
Here coming up on mat 3, we should see Heeman of Osage and Shutt coming out. Heeman, I believe, the sister.
They are, yes.
Our 100-pound Osage Heeman.
Who's already in the finals tonight.
Yep. How cool would it be to see, have 2 sisters, in the finals here at the Girls State Tournament?
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, that is Gable Heeman and Cora Shutt. Shutt from Sioux Center, she's in the blue. Shutt the 4 seed, Heeman the 1 seed. And a reversal over here for Valentina West. Again, just off the edge of the mat.
West is coming in as the number 11 seed. Obviously upset some girls, now wrestling Swart, who is the 2 seed.
West, nice job there because it looked like Swart was going to slide her way out, and West went right back in on the single. Still scoreless on number 3 between Heeman and Shutt. And Heeman just gets a takedown. Right as I say that, scores a double.
She works in a half out the gate.
West still in control, and a stall issued on her. So walk me through the stall call. What is the referee looking for at that stage, and why he calls a stall on the wrestler on the top?
So there's certain parts of the body and there's certain, areas and times. I'm going to pause because they're going to get a pin here on mat 3.
So the sisters.
Heeman with the pin. We will have the Heeman sisters in the finals tonight. How exciting.
Very cool.
Yes. As coaches, too, how exciting, to be able to celebrate both girls. And how awesome. No, that stall call, it just kind of depends on where you're at on the body and if there's movement or not. And if there's no movement and you're not, progressing to get something done, then they're going to call that stall call.
As right now you see that West is hanging on right now. Swart trying to kick the leg out to get the reversal. And she does. Ties it up at 2. Boy, over at 2A, number 10 at 110. They are now to that sudden victory overtime. 30-second ride.
We haven't seen that really at all this tournament. That's pretty exciting.
That is over there on our other channel. That is December Paul of Des Moines Public and Nora Bacchus of Ankeny.
And Pa came in as, was she
45 and 7
seed?
total right now, yeah. And there's an illegal hold there going to be called, and that'll be a point now for Swart.
And call locked hands there. Moving pretty good here on mat 3. As we've got Mariah Michaels of St. Ansgar, and Erica Irvine out of Don Bosco, as she's leading, I believe that's 3-0. I will tell you, this kid behind us, I'm going to call him if I ever have to get on the mat again. He can be in my corner.
He's got all the answers up here for
I
sure.
love it, yeah.
Right now, still, 4-2 right now. It is Swart in the lead. And there is just over a minute to go.
Looks like Irvine over on mat 3, riding out Michaels in your 1:15 semifinals match in the first period.
Early takedown there.
Got about 30 seconds left over there, and she got an escape.
Irvine the 2 seed, and that one Michaels the 3 seed. .37 seconds to go as West is trying to score that takedown. We've got her cheering section right behind us. If you hear them on the screen in the background, you're going to hear all the strategy.
Yeah, it's cool.
3-1 over on number 3 right now, as that is Irvine in the lead over Michaels.
Irvine defers as Michaels chooses bottom going into the second period on mat 3. These girls really battling it here on mat 4 with 10 seconds left. As Swart leads against West.
And there's a stall call issued there right at the end on West. It's not going to matter. Kirsten Swart from Mount Vernon on to tonight's championship.
Looks like Michaels over on mat 3 had an escape, and Irvine getting another takedown in the second period.
And there's a stall issued over there as well on Michaels on the bottom, and it's hard as a bottom wrestler. You're trying to move, but sometimes you just can't.
Yeah, no, it's especially when somebody's laying on top of you, but if you're really not, and he's going to call it now on Irvine because she's got to get off the hips, but definitely hard, to try and build up to that base.
And now we've got a 1-4 matchup here on mat number 4. Renee Utterbeck of Sigourney Keota, 53-0 on the year. It's Ellie Wheats of Vinton Shellsburg. She's the 4 seed.
Miss Rihanna is senior out of Sigourney Keota. Maybe doesn't have quite the stats here in the girls' side of stuff because she did wrestle on the boys' side one year. But she's definitely, proven her way and shown that she should be that number 1 seed.
Yeah, has definitely racked up the wins here
yes.
on the girls' side. And she's in there. Oh, good move there for the takedown.
She's going to look for a cradle here.
Tough one to get back points out of. You had to run through this one now without getting yourself flipped over as well. There's an art to it.
And that's something that, this girl is more than perfected. She has spent a lot of time on the mat over the years, and I wouldn't say she's very good at losing.
That's
she doesn't like to lose, so she's just not going to put herself in that position.
What a great way to describe someone, though, to make it seem like they're not good, but to say not good at losing. I'm going to have to use that I'm going to borrow that from me at some point, so I like that a lot. Over on number 3, still Erica Irvine of Don Bosco leading 6-3, and there's just starting the third period there. A lot of activity over there. Irvine in hard on a single.
Michaels had a shot out the gate, but Irvine did a nice job of defending it. Now she's going to try and get around for a takedown here.
Look at Utterback, just the strength right now that she's got to yank that body up and try to get the turn. She's doing it without forcing her whole body into it, too. And just nothing on the bottom that Wheats can be doing.
Irvine looking for, there she gets, oh, he's going to call off the takedown there over on, oh, he gave her the takedown, going to call off the near fall points.
So 9-3, Erica Irvine in the lead. Excuse me, yeah, 9-3, they've got Irvine in the lead. Did that go to the right?
Yep, Irvine got
they
gave her the takedown, but then she
like
was
Michaels
looking
was
for
on top there at the end.
She was looking for a fall on Michaels and just wasn't quite getting it. Michaels was doing a nice job of fighting off her back.
So now starting period number 2, and it is Ellie Wheats from Vinton Schellsburg. She's on the top position right now and has already thwarted a couple moves there by Utterback. Good ride so far by Wheats.
Utterback's not going to let her score.
Yeah,
going to catch that leg.
Yep, just caught the leg, yep. As
She's one
to
that
get her
she's
turn.
been wrestling for so long that, she can just feel it. So if she feels, her bad position, or if she feels like, something's there to snag or catch, she's going to do it. Looks like they're going to call it potentially dangerous.
Yeah, that knee was bent up underneath her pretty good right now, but so far, real strong ride by Wheats. Of course, in high school wrestling, there's no riding time like there is in college wrestling, so trying to score from the top, and might have got herself a little bit out of position there as Utterback gets squared up on her. Utterback's got the leg and has the reversal to make it 5-0. And 1:13 to go. I'm not sure what the discussion is about the scoring over on number 3 right now as I looked away, but right now Irvine leading 9-3, and it looks like Irvine's coaches are over there discussing something to do. Well, now they backed it off to 6-3, so did they not give up that takedown at the edge?
Maybe they did wave the takedown.
Must have waved it off.
Yeah. I guess I thought it was near fall points that they were maybe waving off. Brianna again looking to, we're going to call potentially dangerous if she gets too high there.
So 6-3, still just a takedown away over there from tying it up for Mariah Michaels from St. Ansgar. Utterback, just when she gets on the top right now, every sort of move that Wheats tries to make, she's right there to counter with it.
That's why I say, she's spent enough time on the mat that she can just feel it out, and she knows, just by feeling stuff out. It's more of an instinct for her at this point in time.
So Utterback chooses down. I didn't realize that she had, so Wheats must have chosen to be on top to start the second period. An illegal hold right now, so there'll be another point to be scored for Utterback here in a second.
Over on mat 3, got about
more blood.
10 seconds left, and they're going to call blood time again. Irvine still in the lead. Rihanna gets the reversal here on mat 4.
Reversal along with the penalty point for the illegal hold will make it 8-0. Just over a minute to go here as still on blood time over on number 3.
Something more that we've continued to see, throughout the tournament here, and, just kind of following some of these girls throughout the year is they've got sisters. So it'll be cool to see, Rihanna's leaving us as a senior, but she's got a sister coming in to try and hopefully follow in her footsteps. And that's always fun to see that family kind of trail. Rihanna looking for a fall on the edge of the mat there.
Obviously, that's more in your territory right now. Utterback does get the fall with 38 seconds to go. In a room like Sigourney Keota, obviously not a large school district, how many girls are we dealing with? How many girls are on a team over there? How many drill partners does she have? Any idea what that looks like over there?
I'm really not sure how many girls Sigourney has for sure, but they definitely have more, whereas, it was just Rihanna. And then after a year or two of it being sanctioned, they've really, that number has increased significantly over the years. And I want to say they have at least between 5 and 10 maybe.
Okay.
Looks like Irvine got the win over on mat 3.
Yeah, they
as
told
she
us,
heads into the finals.
Told us beforehand there are over 3,000 girls, well over 3,000. That was the quote unquote exact number. Well over 3,000 girls wrestling now in the state of Iowa, which is awesome.
It's amazing, and they've really created like almost a small community amongst themselves too. You know, they do a lot of off-season stuff where, you know, these coaches and teams have worked together to grow the sport. And I've just going back and talking to some of the coaches in the back. They've got a lot of freshmen coming in to join these high school girls, and that's exciting because that just shows, you know, these young girls at home watching this state tournament are looking up to these girls, and they want to be here. They want to participate. They want to wrestle. Something big that a lot of coaches have said is, you know, just to recruit some of these girls is just come out and try it. You'll love it. And not very often, like, I mean, I'm over from the Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont area, and not very often do they try it and then not like it. They do greatly enjoy it, and they've developed, again, even a community within our own team and a friendship and a family that's makes it really fun to have these teams here. Starting to see more and more get involved, not only in junior high, but starting to have more girls wrestling academies for younger ages. And I know I've got a niece right now that at 6 has already been wrestling for a couple of years over in the Waukee area. It's just exploded right now, and there's more and more divisions for her to be wrestling in every week all the time. So very neat how much this sport has taken hold. Right now going on mat number 4 in front of us, Sylvia Garcia Vasquez of West Liberty and Madison Swenson, another Osage Green Devil, trying to make her way to the finals tonight, trying to join the Heeman sisters. And then over on number 3, we just got started, had some blood time early on, and that is Grace Storjahan from Applington Parkersburg Grundy Center and Lily Cooper of Denver, both those teams out of the NICL, but Storjahan 55-2, Cooper 32-1. And we are scoreless at the end of 1 here between Garcia Vasquez and Swenson. And quickly, Storjahan tries to get in on the high cradle. On the far side, no scoring yet. Storjahan tries to run it here. Cooper hanging on for dear life, and Storjahan still doesn't get the takedown. I'm impressed she was able to hold on there with one hand, though.
Yeah, she just had, it was all strength wrapped around to the right arm. Storjahan gets the takedown there to make it 3-0 with 40 seconds to go in the first period. At 120 here, we're trying to make it to the finals tonight. Sylvia Garcia Vasquez on top here to start period number 2. Storjahan trying to get the turn. Might be heading into a potentially dangerous there, looking at that right shoulder of Cooper as she tries to get her turned over.
Doing a nice job of making sure she keeps that hand placement right so we don't call, and as he does, call the potentially
He does,
dangerous.
yeah, you can
Not
see
sure
that
how
shoulder
he called
start
that
to go.
It looked like he was on the opposite side.
Coach Reintz over there not too excited to see that. He wanted to continue to go, but Cooper looks like she's in some pain right now.
I was going to say it kind of looked like she was doing a good job of keeping that hand, below that shoulder blade so that she didn't get that called. And, of course, as I say that, it gets called.
Yeah, Garcia Vasquez, and things just bend. I'm comparing it to a man in his 40s, and things are bending out there a lot differently than they've been. I mean, there's a lot of what look like potentially dangerous that they just shake it off and keep going. I couldn't handle that.
Right, yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of flexibility involved in just the sport of wrestling in general.
So Storjahan will take a 3-0 lead into period number 2, and Garcia Vasquez still riding out Swenson here in period number 2 in the other 120 semifinal. So the winners of these 2 current matches will face each other in the finals tonight. Swenson looks over for some instruction from her coaches. Garcia Vasquez starting to run her. Good job by Swenson to slide out of that. Looks like Cooper will choose down to start period number 2. Trailing 3-0.
Coaches in the corner here for Osage trying to physically show their girl what she needs to do to hopefully get out with
I saw
no
yesterday
time left on the clock.
2 coaches actually like start to wrestle each other from the same school, trying to show a young lady what move she should be hitting. Like they were getting after it on the side in between. So
some of it's kind of crazy. Like growing up, my dad was big youth coach, and that was his big thing. And I was always, of course, the dummy sitting next to him. But it was always, to teach some of these kids to just show them quick, and hopefully they can repeat that action quick out on the mat. They can tend to catch on fairly quick that way.
So scoreless still here in the third period with 90 seconds to go between Swenson and Garcia Vasquez.
Some movement over there on mat 3.
Yeah, Cooper gets the reversal. And that means they're going to have to give Sorjan the escape right now. I was kind of surprised he didn't just call that an escape, but it's now going to be 4-2.
Still a pretty close match there on mat 3. They've got about 1 minute and 15 left in the second period.
Both these wrestlers going to be very careful right now. Garcia Vasquez and Swenson. Be very careful in the last minute of this one. "45 seconds to go."
There's going to be blood time over on mat 3.
Now 30 seconds to go as the wrestlers circle each other, and at this point of the weekend, conditioning definitely coming into play as well. Stall warning issued to Garcia Vasquez. Now she's got to be careful with 20 seconds to go. Swenson might as well just keep attacking right now. Maybe get another stall on Garcia Vasquez. The wrestlers are just exhausted right now.
Yeah, no, this definitely comes down to who wants it more. That's my favorite part about wrestling, is I am very big on, this really shows who is, the toughest of the tough, because it's on you.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera right now, but Madison Swenson looked at her coaches right from the middle of the mat with eyes as big as I've ever seen before. We're talking like Mike Singletary type eyes, just wide, and she looked over at it. She said, "I got it." She is locked in right now. Still 4-2 awesome. Over on number 3. We're in overtime here on number 4 between Swenson and Garcia Vasquez.
Got about 15 seconds on mat 3 as they battle.
No score yet, and they're off the mat. Wow, Garcia Vasquez just ran out of room. You saw as she tilted up a little bit, just lost contact with inbounds on the mat, and that's what caused them off the mat. But she was very close to winning it in overtime there. 20 seconds to go in the first overtime.
Still 4-2 over on mat 3. As they run out of time and head into the third period. And they are going to go neutral. Another second overtime here at the state tournament.
I thought the flip was going to end up straight on its side. It hung up there forever, but Swenson will have the option. First, she defers, and Garcia Vasquez will choose down. Storjahan and Cooper, still 4-2 Storjahan. Cooper gets in on a single. Swenson going to try to ride here for 30 seconds. She's being very aggressive about this.
Doing a great job of riding hard here on top.
Over on the far side, Cooper gets a headlock in. No points scored yet. As Storjahan still has her arm around Storjahan, gives it up. Cooper still hanging on. No points there. Storjahan back up to her feet. They're all wrestling high right now. Now Storjahan comes through, and Storjahan gets the three-point takedown.
Holy cow.
Wow, Cooper had it looked like.
Swenson here on mat 4. They're going to head in, and she's going to go bottom now. She did a nice job riding on top against Vasquez. We'll see if Vasquez can now ride Swenson out.
Glances over at her coach. They say, get up, get up. Garcia Vasquez looking to ride her out here, send it to another overtime. If Swenson can get out, she's on to the finals tonight, and will join the Heeman sisters from Osage there. And did they just call an illegal hold? Or I didn't see what he called there.
I missed that. I was watching Mat 3,
Yeah, I thought he gave an illegal hold. 12 seconds to go. Heeman trying to square up, trying to come all the way through, but Garcia Vasquez gets her down to her seat. 2 seconds to go, and we're going to head to another overtime. 7-2 over on number 3.
Oh,
they are.
Vasquez.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see where the points came from. So Garcia Vasquez will. They're not giving us the match, so there we go. Anything there? Nope. All right. Missed how we got it. Looks like
some excitement over on Mat 3.
Yeah, Storjahan trying to finish this one out on top. She leads 7-2 and will try to take on Sylvia Garcia Vasquez tonight in the finals. And 5 seconds to go as Cooper decides her headgear's in the way. Gets it out of there.
Got a hip toss. Doesn't quite get it here on Mat 4.
Storjahan can feel it over there on number 3. She's about to head to the finals. She's going to cut her loose. Good decision. No chance of getting caught there with 4 seconds to go. Now Cooper going to have to shoot right away. She does. It's Storjahan. Grace Storjahan, Appleton Parkersburg Grundy Center, on to tonight's finals. We turn our attention here to number 4 with Stevens from Harlan and Reese Burns of Central Elkader. Two schools a long ways apart from each other. And a 4-3 lead right now for Stevens. Just a freshman, 32-6.
Kind of out to a fast start here with that 4-3 lead on Mat 4.
Reese Burns, the 2 seed. Stevens, the 6 seed. And over on number 3 right now, we are going to have that is Molly Allen. Of course, Molly Allen from Riverside, trying to repeat as a state champion.
Got our Suka Fast Facts for 125 pounds. 1A semifinal finalist, Molly Allen of Riverside, Carly Cruz of Creston, Reese Burns of Central Decatur, and Alexis Steffens out of Harlan.
Cruz, the 5 seed, right now at 35-9, trying to pull what would be considered probably one of the biggest upsets in the tournament right now to try to take out Molly Allen.
What an exciting match over there on Mat 5.
Yeah, Alexa Rosvink just took out Bella Miller.
Got a takedown on Mat 3. As Allen takes a decent lead against Carly Cruz.
Yeah, 10-2 right now after she cut her loose and immediately in on a single again. And there's another takedown with back points.
Does she get the pin?
I think
or the tech fall.
Must have been a pin there. They didn't add any more points to it, so must have got her right there on the edge. Right now, though, Stevens and Burns and a tight one in front of us. Stevens, just a freshman, was the runner-up in her region, and now she has the lead in the semifinals, trying to make it to the championship here at the state tournament. Works in on the cradle right now, trying to get Burns turned over.
Got one.
Oh, nice recognition there, and gets over on some back points. Stevens, I believe she got 3 as of now. Yes, she does have 3. And that'll make it 11-5.
We've got
Stevens in the
Lenny
lead.
Gussick of Alburnett and Jillian Worthen of Union Community over on mat 3, battling it out for your 130-pound semifinal match. Jillian was a state champ here in 2023. She comes back as a senior.
Still working in on the top right now is Stevens.
It's like a takedown there on the edge of the mat on mat 3 for Jillian Worthen as she pulls Gussick back in bounds.
And right now, Stevens in on a single once again. No points scored yet. Stevens going to try to hang on here with 1:36 to go. But now look at this as Burns tries to work in on the half. Burns trying to get her turn in a potentially dangerous as she tucks her neck under. Saw a situation earlier this year where a kid was trying to get pulled back in and actually grabbed onto the mat and it pulled it back up. As
Oh, no. Hey, he was doing whatever he could.
Do whatever it takes, right? Ooh,
like
and on the
we're trying
headlock
to
right
throw
now.
a headlock, yeah.
See if she can roll through. Might have a chance for some late points here. Tighten
Get it.
this thing up. Just over a minute to go. And just like that, Stevens slides her head out. That's the danger in the headlock when you get down on the ground is that head comes out. Automatic 3 points to the other side.
No, and Stevens did a nice job of, it's really hard to throw a headlock if they're hip and hip with you. She did a nice job, you know, lowering her stance a little bit and staying hip and hip with her to keep her hips up when they hit that mat.
Over on number 3 right now. Continues to be a 3-0 lead for Jillian Worthen from Union. 22-0 on the year.
She was a pretty popular one there in 2023, and her name went around the stadium fairly fast, and they referenced her as a monster, I believe.
Yes, we talked about that yesterday. Although the all-name team, there's a young lady by the last name of Hammer, and to be a wrestler and have your real last name be Hammer.
I'd say it's fitting.
Yes, it was
it's
perfect.
definitely fitting.
And we're coming off the mat over there on number 3.
She get 4 near
and
fall
it looks
there.
like the monster got 3 near fall, I believe. As a win here for Stevens, she'll go on to the title match tonight at 125. That was a takedown and a near fall over there to make it 10-0 for Worthen.
They started off fairly tough here on mat 4, with Stevens then taking the lead.
As Worthen has given up an escape, she's going to try to add some more points right now and quickly counters the shot
That's
attempt.
a nice job there. And she's good at, you know, she's controlling it on the edge of the mat. She knows where she's at, and she's circling in and or hands down just pulling the other wrestler back in.
Wrestling now, Cadence Bourne of Wilton, 38-0, the 1 seed. At 130 pounds, wrestling in front of us right now, Miley Kirkpatrick of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. 24-1 is Kirkpatrick, just a junior. Won a lot of tournament titles this year.
Yes. No, and, you know, Kirkpatrick, I can kind of speak a little more on Kirkpatrick coming from that area. You know, she was injured for probably the first half of the season and came back, and she's been wrestling very, very well. But Bourne's not one, you know, she's a tough wrestler herself, and she's definitely not one to, you know, she was down yesterday against Ferrier against Mid-Prairie and came back and was able to pin her.
Bourne, just longer-bodied wrestler than a lot of the ones we've seen right now, too.
Yeah.
Maybe just a different body type than a lot of the wrestlers around here.
She's definitely, you got to pay attention to her because she's got a nice, you know, outside single leg that she can reach in and grab with using her length.
Another takedown over there for Worthen, and that'll be a technical fall. I think she got it in right there before the end of the period to make it 16-1.
No, they're going to head into
no
the
points?
third period. Yep.
Okay. Just a little bit late. Still scoreless here with 30 seconds to go on number 4 with Bourne and Kirkpatrick. Kind of a feeling out process for the wrestlers early on.
You know, today, you know, there is a significant difference in the atmosphere today. And, you know, hopefully, you know, it's not kind of setting some of these girls off.
And scoreless there at the end of the first period between Bourne and Kirkpatrick.
Got Gussick over on mat 3, trying to defend Worthen. Not let her up to score any more points over there.
I didn't see who had the option here to start period number 2 between Kirkpatrick and Bourne. Bourne there in on the shot, but Kirkpatrick trying to
doing a
trying
nice
to throw in the
job of
reverse
being
half.
heavy.
No points scored there yet. Worthen now at 14-1.
Worthen fighting hard again as she gets 3 on the edge of the mat again. And it will be a tech fall as she heads into the state finals tonight.
Or she will try to repeat. Still no points scored over here with 1:05 left, but Kirkpatrick tries to work her way around, and did she keep up? She did keep up.
She's got a foot in, and she's got her on her back.
Back points being counted. She's got to keep that. Oh, she picked the foot up, but nothing was called. There he did call it. Yes, he did. I say she picked the foot up. Lost contact, so she only got 3 of the 4 there, but now leads 6-0.
You know, keeping it 0-0 up until, you know, we got less than a minute here in that second period makes a big difference.
Moving over to mat number 3, just getting started now with Reese Logan of Spirit Lake and Destiny Crum of East Buchanan. Seen a lot of East Buchanan wrestlers here. They are right up in the thick of it in the team race last night.
Kirkpatrick again. They're not going to call any near fall points as she had Bourne on her back, as she's going to work something again, and she gets her on her back looking for a fall, and she gets it. Kirkpatrick is in the finals against Worthen for your 130-pound match.
First loss of the season for Cadence Bourne. She'll have a chance to come back and wrestle for 3rd. Early takedown over on number 3 for Destiny Crum. 60 matches into her season.
Job well done, girls.
Crum trying to get a turnover there on Logan. About a minute
Crum
to go.
is another returning finalist here at the state tournament. As she is a senior this year, looking for a fall over on mat 3.
She's really close to getting it now. He's right in there, the official is.
Love it. I love,
Hope
my
he
favorite
brushed his
thing
teeth
is
this
watching
morning.
them, right? Yeah. They're
Crum.
very good belly sliders.
Yes. That's what my kids are, not into wrestling, but they love watching the officials in wrestling to see how they get in position. That's one of their favorite things.
I'm not going for the wrestling, I'm going for the refs.
Exactly. So Destiny Crum with a quick pin is on to tonight's finals as well.
We've got some good action here on mat 4.
Already.
And that is Tenborg of Sadell against Harris from GTRA for your 135-pound semifinal match.
That is Grettinger, Terrell, Ruth Van Ayrshire. Had to look that up yesterday when they got here. Also has Esterville Lincoln Central with them as well. So I think they win the most letters in a team name, I think would be GTRA ELC. I think that would be the most of any team here this year.
Right, yeah, sometimes it's just as hard to say all the letters as it is to just say the name of the
It's got to be able to fit on the scoreboard, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to
Yeah.
fit all the characters there.
Tenborg is in the lead, 3-1 here. Looks like maybe she had some locked hands, giving up a point.
Logan Magnolia's Tegan Carrot out to a quick 3-0 lead on Lucy Konechny from Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Just getting started on mat number 3. We're at
Tenborg riding heavy.
135 pounds here on mat number 4. Mat number 3 is 140, so these wrestlers will not see each other tonight. These are 2 different weight classes. We are setting up the consolation brackets there on mats 1 and 2 that you see on the top right now. Finishing out those, and we'll finish with consolation brackets
Nice
today.
shot
Yes.
taken by Tenborg.
Tenborg, no back points so scored there right at the end, and she's taking a 6-2 lead into the second period. Every time I look over to the 2A mats today, it looks like another wrestler from Waverly Shell Rock is rolling, so we'll see what how the team scores look there eventually. Going to check things out here in the team race as well in Class 1A and how things are shaking out. If I can get to the right.
Still some riding action on both mats here. Got Tenborg in the lead on mat 4 here, leading 6-2 against Harris. And we've got Tegan Carrot of Logan Magnolia over on mat 3, leading 3-0.
East Buchanan in the lead right now in the 1A team race. They have 66 team points. Osage, though, right behind them with 63.5, and they've got 2 wrestlers in the finals tonight. Close to a pin over here on number 4. And it is going to be a pin for Colby Tenborg from Sadell. And back points being scored over on the far side by Carrot. She got 4 of them, and it's now 10-0. She's in the lead. Couple takedowns and a back points, and that score goes up rather quickly.
It can change fairly quick, and depending on how you get that takedown, you know, if you get someone straight to their back, that's a pretty quick, anywhere between 5 to 7 points.
Happens in a hurry. We move on now to 140, the other semifinal, another East Buchanan wrestler as they fight for the team title. And that is going to be Andolyn Kabelka, 51-4 on the season. She is the 2 seed. Won a lot of tournaments this year, 5 of them to be exact. She is going up against Keokuk's Jalea Gardner, who's 40-3. Gardner, the 3 seed. And Gardner, little flyby there, picked up nicely, defended by Kabelka.
Looks like Kabelka trying to set up, doesn't quite get it. Kabelka gets the takedown there for the 3.
And trying to get some back points now. Nice job, though, countering that was Gardner. Kabelka in tight on the arm. Gardner just whips back over, though, holds it tight.
Got a 10-0 lead for Carrot over Kanachi over on mat 3.
And she's riding right now as well. Logan Magnolia was amongst the teams that had some of the most wrestlers here in Class 1A. As Kabelka tries to roll through, nearly got caught by Gardner, but ends up back on top, still with her lead of 3-0. Carrot trying to get the escape. And
watching Kabelka here on mat 4, you can just see the strength in her upper body.
Carrot got a reversal, and now she's working on back points, trying to finish that one off, and it is going to be a technical fall anyway right now. Going to try to wait and see if she gets the pin. She's got her 4 back points. That'll be enough if they get to, she doesn't get the pin here. See when the official deems it no longer a threat to get pinned. And Tegan Carrot still not quite able to finish that off. There's 1:10 left in this period. She wants that pin. Squeezing hard on the head. Putting her weight into Konechny.
She needs to almost shift that weight back a little bit more on those shoulders and that chest.
It's tough on Konechny.
And lift that head to show the ref, you know, that those shoulder blades are flat. That's kind of what he's looking for down.
There it is.
Did she get it?
Yep.
Nice job.
It's tough on the wrestler Konechny because it's over anyway. If you get out, it's over, and you're just trying to fight.
But does she realize that?
That's a great question.
It's almost better if she doesn't realize that, and keeps battling. But at the same time, it does kind of suck.
Also a little self-preservation to come back and try to battle for third. Kabelka continues to lead 3-0 here in the second period. Just got started. Gardner started on the ground. And on number 3, we get moving over with let's see here. We've got Anastasia Simon of Decorah, Lauren Rogers of Woodward Granger. Ooh, look at this. Gardner.
And a reversal to her back.
Getting back points as well. Gardner trying to come through with what would be a little bit of an upset. She's got back points. She's got a minute to try to finish this off.
Coaches on their knees, looking for the pin themselves.
And now Gardner flexes a little bit.
Gardner does a nice job.
Oh gets
my
the pin.
gosh.
Gardner just with a big shot of strength there, rolls into the reversal and then gets the win with a pin. And early takedown for Anastasia Simon over on number 3. At 145 pounds. Simon, the number 1 wrestler in Class 1A at 145. It's Lauren Rogers of Woodward Granger. Rogers, the 5 seed. And some more East Buck action coming your way on mat number 4 now. With Taylor Stiefel. And she will go against Eve Scrocky from Wallert. Scrocky, the 2 seed. Stiefel, the 3 seed. So you got the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 5 remaining here in Class 1A at 145. Simon stays in control with 25 seconds left, keeping contact with the inside of the mat. As I say that, they work their way off.
Scrocky was a fun one to kind of watch, pre-wrestling here yesterday and today, as the coaches themselves, were rolling around and warming up right alongside with her.
Scrocky,
we got a neck wrench here.
She was the one that shot, and then that's tough when you reach back, but Scrocky working now. She's got the takedown.
Looking for a fall.
This would be an early one.
Is she going to get it?
Very close. She controls the edge. She's got all the weight on the upper body, but see how long that Stiefel can fight her off. 45 seconds to go.
It's a long time to try and fight off your back, but I've seen it done before.
She's starting to get turned into it a little bit. Oh, she fought.
And
yeah, she
there's
went
a
up into the
pin.
bridge and got herself pinned. And Scrocky, the 2 seed, is on to the finals tonight.
We love to see it. You know, our main focus is these girls, yes, but it's so fun and cool to see these coaches that are just invested in this as the girls.
And I feel like wrestling,
the excitement
that may,
carries on, you know, they share it. It's so cool.
Wrestling may be that sport that you just have that connection more so than any other with the drilling that you do with your coaches, and definitely more of a connection.
That's why I was saying, you know, when she was warming up, you know, before we started both yesterday and today, those coaches were right alongside her at warming up with her. They had their workout gear and their shoes on, and it's cool to see. And that's, again, you know, I love the sport of wrestling. This is my favorite all-time sport, and a lot has changed over the years, and something like that is cool to see in this girls tournament.
Simon leads 6-1 over on mat number 3, and as we get started now into
looking
mat
for a
number
fall
4,
over on mat 3, it looks like, again, too.
Should be close to it there.
We've caught a lot of falls here in the last few matches.
She's already got the 4 near fall points, have not been credited to her total yet.
And a fall she gets.
Got it.
These refs are really looking for those falls, which is good, but it just kind of puts you on your edge of your seat. You know, you're looking for it too.
Well, we saw yesterday, you know, the day went a lot faster than we planned on. There were some falls that happened in a hurry, and they were right there for it.
But we still had a lot of maybe not so much anticipated third period matches.
And some falls in the third period, too, able to finish people off later on. Right now on mat number 4, we've got Lizzie Wolf of Benton Community. Destiny Kohlheim from Charles City. Wolf is the 3 seed. Kohlheim, the 7 seed. Kohlheim also runs cross country for what those of us that grew up in North Iowa affectionately refer to as Chuck City. Scoreless here so far. New match going on number 3, Haley Glade of Earlham, Miley Walls of East Buchanan. East Buchanan, you know, leads in the team race right now, but they have not sent any wrestlers into the finals yet that I remember. I think they've all got beat here in the semis.
For East Buchanan?
For East Buchanan, yeah. Have we seen any
I think
wrestlers
we've seen
win?
a couple of them,
okay.
yes.
I know we saw several losses. I didn't know if we'd seen anybody win there yet or not. Them and Osage are right up there at the top right now. Osage with the Heeman sisters in the finals tonight. And we've got blood time right now. A bloody nose there from Lizzie Wolf.
Maybe a heavy crossface as Charles City came up and was like, nope, get it off me.
Keep that away.
That's upper body action over on mat 3 with no points scored and 50 seconds left in the first period.
So Kohlheim did get a takedown here as I was looking over at the other match. And they continue to roll over already to 155 right now.
They're way ahead of us here over on mat 5 as they just wrestled their 235-pound match.
Class 2A quite a bit ahead.
Makes you wonder, you know, maybe they're having some more pins even yet than we are.
Well, I saw a couple quick ones when you got to 145 and 155. I haven't seen the rest over there, but then also saw one go to 6 overtimes, or 4 overtimes. So
something about splitting these regions, I was really nervous, you know, that maybe it would kind of, you know, deter and water down, you know, it a little bit. Because last year we had an exciting finals.
Great tournament.
Yes.
Great tournament overall.
And, you know, truly, I mean, I don't think it's gone that way at all. I think we've had an exciting tournament yet again, and we've had a lot of upsets and
The one thing that I miss is watching the teams like East Buchanan and Osage, competing with the big schools.
With the bigger schools,
the valleys of the world, the Raccoon River Northwest.
Yes.
And
it's almost like nice to be like, oh, well, me as a small school beat the bigger school.
Yep.
It's kind of a nice talk that they can have and be able to say, well, I beat that person at the state tournament.
And a program like East Buchanan will go toe-to-toe with anybody here. And
No,
we
yeah.
saw that
and
last year.
Yeah, they've definitely proven and shown that they can do it.
3-0 here in front of us with Kolheim still in the lead over Wolf. Again, Kolheim the 7 seed.
Still no points scored over on mat 3 with about 1:35 left in the second period.
They are already into their consolations over in Class 2A. Which we will get to here as soon as we're done. We'll be on for quite a while yet today, and we'll have all the way through the 7th place matches yet today. Wrestling for positioning right now. Kolheim fights that one off. Still no score over on number 3.
Nice. Throw by there. She got the 3 from Charles City.
Yeah, Kolheim looking like she knows what she's doing. I'm not sure, looking at her as a 7 seed right now.
Yeah, no, she definitely.
What did the 1 through 6 look like?
Yes. And she's coming in as a senior, so I'm curious how many, how long she's been out for wrestling, because we've had so many girls, they might have started, just last year, and now she's, in the semifinals at the state tournament working for a finals match.
Well, you see her just looking for leg control there, just lost it a little bit as Wolf stepped out of it. And we look over on number 3, a 1-0 lead right now on number 3. Haley Glade got an escape. And potentially dangerous as that arm got lifted up there pretty high on the back here on number 4.
Something cool that we've been able to see is a lot of these girls, that first year that were seniors wrestling at the state tournament after it got sanctioned are now, they're graduating and they're coming back and they're helping coach. And that's awesome. They're helping, feed back into this girls' sport, and it's working wonderfully for these girls.
Well, we've seen, Allie at Cedar Falls and what she's done with that program up there. Started off, she was a champ at Ackley, Geneva, Wellsburg, Steamboat Rock, so one of the smallest schools in the state, and now she's coaching for a team that's fighting to win a title today at one of the biggest schools in the state.
Right.
So a really cool story for her, and
and she never stops. She, year round, that girl, like I see her at wrestling stuff, and we do stuff together, for AAU and things like that. And that girl, I don't think she ever goes anywhere and doesn't have a car full of girls. She's got those girls right alongside with her, and they're wrestling at all the stuff that she's at. It's awesome.
And that's why she's got that program where she does up there in Blackhawk County. 6-0 right now. Kolheim still in the lead over Lizzie Wolf. Still 1-0 over on number 3.
And we all wish we had a nice facility like she has.
Yes, beautiful facility that they've got in Cedar Falls.
Yes, and they hosted a great tournament too. The atmosphere, they kind of make it feel, like a tiny version of this, and it's an awesome experience for the girls.
Yeah, that new field house that they've got up there at Cedar Falls is not too many places. Mason City has a beautiful new one right now that they've got, but not too many places are able to put together what they've put together.
But it's cool, that as these schools are growing and building, they're growing and building with the mindset of we're going to have a girls wrestling team, and they're going to make something specifically for them also. Got a weird position over on mat 3.
What's that move called?
Scramble move.
Scramble,
I'm not really sure. No one really had, the greatest position.
Well, immediately, though, when she comes down, he got Miley Waltz for a stall warning. And I'm not sure what he would have been looking for there. I mean, she was tilted up almost completely on her head. So one of those body positioning things that he's looking for.
Again, too, and if he thinks she can do something to get out of it or, do something to improve where she's at, then they're going to try and hit that stall call. But I would probably call a stalemate before anything if there's no improvement on a situation like that.
And that's going to do it. That's going to be a 1-0 win over on number 3.
Another takedown here on mat 4.
We haven't seen many 1-0 wins, but Haley Glade goes on to the finals with a 1-0 win over Miley Walls.
Kohlheim now leading 9-0 as they end the match, and she goes into the finals.
Kohlheim, the 7 seed. I think that's the lowest seed we've seen now going to the finals. I'm pretty sure that we've had over here on 1A.
I think I saw 14 somewhere.
Okay.
In one of these brackets
there was
here.
a 13 wrestling in the 2A. I know there's a 13 wrestling in the semifinals today.
Which is crazy. And some of them, they're freshmen who don't have a history, they don't have the points to count for, a returning state qualifier or anything like that. So they're coming in and they're really just kind of blowing things out of the water, which is awesome. So it makes this exciting.
Number 3 right now, Samantha Lyons of Fairfield. Nancy Bowman.
A takedown. No takedown there.
Nancy Bowman of Logan Magnolia Woodbine.
There she gets the takedown.
And we have seen Nancy wrestle quite a bit. Her sister Mary is also in this tournament. Saw them both wrestle yesterday.
Again, another sister matchup, which is awesome.
Gives you a natural drill partner.
Right, yeah. No, I had 2 sisters growing up. They were maybe a little bit bigger than me, but.
And I'm sure you never fought with them, ever.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a lot of wrestling matches still in our house.
Dad is the referee.
When Dad's big and heavy into wrestling and has, 3 girls. My brother was tough, though. Being the baby of the family.
Make it sound like you guys weren't tough. Yeah, we've, having 4 daughters myself, we've talked about what if that 4th, how tough would that 4th one have been if we would have had a boy as our 4th?
Right,
Man,
yeah.
You have no choice but to be tough if you grow up in that environment.
Yeah, no, everybody just thinks, the girls are going to be nice and sweet. No. Not in our house. I think I remember wearing a helmet to bed sometimes because I was scared they were going to come after me in my sleep. And I was the oldest.
I've had my girls go on Halloween as football players and even had them go as a referee one time. They went as that. But I remember I was terrified when I found out I was going to have a daughter. My father-in-law just said, I said, what do you do? He says, you take them outside, you play catch with them, you shoot hoops with them. And he never brought up wrestling, and it's probably a good thing because not sure I want my girls out there on the wrestling mat with my athletic genes. I'm not sure would have ended well.
It's fun, being able to grow up in the wrestling environment myself. And when I went through high school, they didn't have wrestling, and I got a phone call saying that I won the state tournament. So that's really that's really sad.
Things have changed a
little
bit.
Yeah, and now I've got girls of my own. My 2-year-old, we kind of were like, all right, we'll throw her in a couple practices, and she loves it. She's not one to maybe compete yet, but she just loves being on the mat.
And just figuring out how your body
works.
works.
Nice headlock there on mat 3. Straight to her back.
Yeah, that's Bowman.
She's going to get some heavy points out of that at the gate, but they're looking for a
fall. She's got a lot of time
fall.
to finish this here, too.
Yeah, no doubt. We got 1:20 in the second period, and she's even circling in, and she gets it. Wow.
Just at that age, though, again, figuring out how your body works and being able to react to different movements, I think it's great for all sports. I mean, as a football coach myself, we want our guys wrestling. It's a great thing for them. And, yeah, just, watched several girls here. We look through the list, and you see what other sports they play. And these are athletes that are out here wrestling right now.
No doubt. It's super cool. Coming from the Eddyville area, their girls have excelled this last few years,
There's a lot of Rockets here wrestling
many
this
sports,
week.
But they're multi-sport athletes.
Great volleyball
and they just
program.
carry over. They're good at every sport, and it's so cool to see those type of athletes.
Brooklyn Graham trying to run one through here on Lena DeMoss of Benton Community. 0-0 in the second right now. Had her trying to get her run through, but couldn't quite get there.
Got a quick start on mat 3.
Up to 190 over there.
That's Brisca Garcia Vasquez of West Liberty and Leah Stewart of Charles City.
Graham has ridden out DeMoss for a good portion of this second period. Not been able to score any points so yet.
Working around the edge of the mat there. On mat 4.
Still no scoring through that first period. A lot of activity over on number 3 between Garcia Vasquez and Stewart. But
there was a second stall call here on mat 4. As a point was awarded.
Yeah, I was saying that's going to be more points if it keeps happening. All about keeping things moving. And I've noticed just the last couple of years, there's been a lot more. They're a lot quicker to call those
the stalling.
Stall calls.
Yes. Which sometimes it's kind of like, I don't know, but other times it's nice. I think it keeps the action going.
It's those points that come along with it. I mean, that second one, all of a sudden you get the points called, and we've seen that determine some matches here at State.
Yes, no, definitely. You know, and it teaches them, you got to try something different. If something's not working and you're going to get a stall call, you got to try something different. Otherwise, they're just going to keep calling it.
Graham with a 1-0 lead as they head to period number 3, and she will be on top. DeMoss will be on the bottom, and Leah Stewart has a takedown over a late takedown in that first period over on number 3, and she leads 3-0. We are now into the 7th place match on a couple of our mats here, which we will get to here as well very soon.
Over on our consolation matches, they're winding down as well as they are in their 2 35-pound matches.
Yeah, we're going to get through the 7th place matches here this morning, and then we've got to reconfigure everything, get our cameras moved around and get us to the right spots, get the mats here in the right spots, because we're going to whittle it down to 6 mats tonight for the finals, and then also have the 3rd and the 5th place matches going concurrently. Boy, so far, Brooklyn Graham has just given such a hard ride to Lena DeMoss, but DeMoss has kept fighting her off. I'm not sure she can do it much longer. There's the back points.
Again, really looking for that shoulders to be down.
Looking for those shoulders to come out. Wow.
This is why they stress, in warm-ups and stuff, to stretch and, work these certain parts of the body, because in wrestling you use muscles that you didn't know you had.
Madison Stickrod.
And a pin here on mat 4.
Got
East Buchanan sends one into the finals.
Some important team points there for the Buccaneers. Over on number 3 right now, that is Leah Stewart, just scored a takedown on Garcia Vasquez to make it 4-3. Actually, flip that. It was Garcia Vasquez got the takedown. She still trails 4-3.
We will have Libby Dix of Mount Vernon, a senior this year who comes into the tournament. Probably well over 41-0 now at this point, and she is our returning state champ from last year.
She was fun to watch yesterday. Got to see her a couple times.
She takes on Elizabeth Kalani of West Marshall.
looking very calm out there right now is Dix. 4-4 over on number 3. Another stall, though, gives a point. Did he give it to the right one? I thought he called stall on red. I thought he called the stalling on Leah Stewart, but then he awarded her the point. So Leah Stewart leads 5-4. Maybe he might have been saying the escape. He might have been, I thought he called stall, but he might have been saying it was an escape to make it 5-4.
They switch their hands so fast. It's hard.
So underhook thrown in on the far side by Stewart. Tries to get Garcia Vasquez turned. Callanan here. Working the head hard,
I was going to say, it looks like she's in more control here on mat 4, but
gave up the leg.
Dix
nice move by Dix.
Yes.
Dix just gradually reached up, grabbed the leg, and before you know it, she was on top.
And like you said, I mean, she's been so calm about it, and now she's looking for a fall here. She's got some back points.
Going to start to lean into that shoulder. Oh, look over there. Stewart trying to finish off with a pin here. And she does. Leah Stewart of Charles City on to the finals.
We've got a fall here on mat 4 as well as Dix heads into the finals yet again for your 2025 State Girls Wrestling Tournament.
So 190 is set, and we're going to start 235 at the exact same time. So as we move on now to the semifinals at 235. So that timed out pretty well. They can say that all the ladies had equal amount of time to rest before tonight's finals. This will be on mat number 3. Haley Armstrong from Atlantic, junior 36-2 on the year against Kaylee DeYoung from Boyden Hull Rock Valley.
We're going to throw in a Sukup Fast Facts for your 235 pounds. We've got 1A semifinalists, Haley Armstrong out of Atlantic, Kaylee DeYoung, BHRV, Jocelyn Buffman, Missouri Valley, and Brooklyn Robinson out of Humboldt.
And a very quick pin for Kaylee DeYoung in 23 seconds. Over on number 3.
She made it look too easy.
Right on the edge of the mat. So DeYoung moves on to tonight's finals. Armstrong from Atlantic was the 1 seed. DeYoung was the 4, and DeYoung wins by pin. Here in front of us right now, Jocelyn Buffum, Missouri Valley. She's the 2 seed. As she wrestles Brooklyn Robinson from the wrestling mecca of Humboldt. Robinson, the 6 seed. 41-6 on the year.
They're going to roll into your 100-pound consolation rounds.
I believe that'll be the 7th place match going on over there. It will be on number 3, Jazz Christensen and Molly Konechny. Christensen has wrestled her way back to try to take 3rd from Southwest area. Right here, though, the final semifinal here of the day. Everybody else is done. All the other finals are set, 1A and 2A. And we're going to finish it off here with Brooklyn Robinson of Humboldt. She's in the blue. Jocelyn Buffum in the black, white, and red or orange? That's red, correct?
Yes,
that's
looks red to me. Is that Mason City?
That is Missouri Valley.
Missouri Valley.
MV. There we go. Yes, that's what's on there.
I saw the M.
And it looks like the old Mason City Mohawk symbol. Now the Riverhawks, though. So
nice takedown over on mat 3 by, it looks like
Konechny got that one.
Yeah.
So here, starting period number 2, Brooklyn Robinson starts off on top.
Oh, we're going to have locked hands here on 4.
Locked hands, that's going to give a point, which in this match could be big towards the end. A point goes to Buffum. Robinson goes back to work. Buffum trying to get her way out, already leading 1-0 due to the locked hands.
Really fighting hard to try and get her broke down and turned here on 4.
Gonna try to break the elbow.
It's an impressive base.
Lean into her, now she's got to be careful. Buffum trying to get Robinson turned.
Falling to your hip is not always the greatest thing here in wrestling, as Robinson's gonna try and get her hips up.
.50 seconds to go right now at 2:35. And the referee's going to call stalemate. So Brooklyn Robinson locked her hands early, and that's why Jocelyn Buffum has that 1-0 lead. Buffum back up. And she's going to get that escape. She's been working on those hands for a while, finally broke loose from them. So Buffum, that again, that locked hands call could be big. So what's the difference right now? Because she's got them locked around the back right now. What's the difference between that and locking around from on the front?
So when they call locked hands, that's when they're down like this. So when your knee hits, you got to unlock those hands. Otherwise, they're going to call locked hands. And it's not even like, oh, we're going to call it again.
Another locked hands. So the takedown.
Your hands just have to touch. Like they don't even necessarily have to actually lock.
Okay. So it's 3-3 right now as a score. They're going to say one more locked hands call, but
looks
Buffum
like
is down. They're looking at her left knee. She says, I got to go. I got to go. Let's go.
There we go.
Doesn't want to wait.
Nope. Coach is trying to get her to
say, no, get me out there.
Through it. Yeah, she's ready to roll and keep wrestling.
It is 3-3, yes, verifying that. 3-3 after 2 locked hands calls now.
She's telling her coach, not the time. Gonna wrestle through it.
And Robinson will choose down now to start period number 3.
Kenichi over on mat 3 takes a heavy lead of 7-0 in the second period with 20 seconds left.
Going to try to finish out his 7th place. So Robinson going to try to get out here. Buffum going to try to ride her out or maybe get her turn to score some points to win it. We're tied at 3. Heavy on that left leg right now, though, making it impossible for Robinson to come off that left leg.
Doing a nice job of putting pressure on that arm, too. Ref might have just maybe warned her on that to watch the elbow.
She came off that leg for just a split second, and that's where she tried to get up to her base, and she was immediately right back down on it. Had control, nearly had the hips tilted, and that would have helped out a bunch. But now up to her base is Robinson. And continues to stay heavy on that leg, making it really hard to get that escape. As we approach a minute left in this 235-pound semifinal.
Closing the gap over on mat 3, Christensen now up some points, only trailing by 2 against Kenichi for that 7th place match.
About 90 seconds left in that one. Boy, that arm has worked up really high. Robinson, I don't know if she realized for a moment she was about as free as she's going to be. And she regathered herself rather than getting up. Good ride, though, right now from Jocelyn Buffum. Buffum's kind of in a let's get to overtime situation right now.
Yes, yeah.
18 seconds to go. A lot of energy being expended right now as they fight on the bottom. Humboldt coaches want a stall call. They're not going to get one.
There on mat 3. I think it was Christensen able to pull that off.
She did. She got
Yes.
7th place. Congratulations, our first place winner here in Class 1A, Jazz Christensen from Southwest area team. That is Cumberland, Anita, Messina, Nottoway Valley, and I hope I'm not missing out on anybody there.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at this. Robinson with a throw.
About 40
Gonna try to finish
seconds
out with a
left.
pin. Getting back points as well. She makes eye contact with the official, says, what else do you want me to do?
Right? Really pushing hard on those shoulders to get them flat.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get herself in a
30
bad
seconds
position here at all. She
And a
gets the pin and the win.
Yes.
Brooklyn Robinson, the 6th seed, is on to tonight's finals. She's excited, as she should be. She just looked over at her crowd and at the coaches. I'm going to the finals. We're going to take a quick break and be back with our 7th place matches. Right after this, this is the 2025 Girls State Wrestling Tournament on the Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
And we're back here at Extreme Arena, Coralville, Iowa. Andy Pollock and the coach, Sydney Boland, as we are into our consolations now. Over on mats 1 and 2, we've got the winners will wrestle for 3rd place tonight. The losers will wrestle for 5th place tonight. And then right here on mats 3 and 4, for now, we have the 7th place matches going on. And here on number 4, Audrina Bennett from Spirit Lake is trailing Mercedes Ponce from Perry 3-0. And on mat number 3, Braylon Suko from Sumner Fredericksburg, Kaylin Roster of Vinton Shellsburg, they are tied at 0. These are both 7th place matches going on here. And then over on number 1, Audrey Cummings against Lily Webster for the winners. That's an overtime right now. So let's take a peek over at number 1. They are scoreless, and that is in. This is the coin flip now, right? We're going to see who wins the coin flip, and that's going to be the biggest indicator, because I think right now as we look at it, I think we're at the point right now where if Cummings can ride her out, she wins. If Webster can get out, she wins, if I'm seeing all the dots correctly over there.
Yes, it looks to seem like that. So they got to ride each other out. Oh, wow.
And just like that, Webster gets in on the headlock, but still coming. Webster gets 2 on the reversal. And, well, that, again, I can't tell which overtime they're on.
Yep, so that won't end the match. Our other one here, Cummings will get a chance then.
Okay.
They'll flip-flop. Or she'll get another chance as she was on top.
No, it's over. Yeah, I thought that was the second time.
Oh,
that was all the way through the second time. Or the
now
third.
it updated.
Yeah, there we go. The 3rd overtime, yeah. I was kind of trying to count the dots, and my math isn't that great.
Right. I can't quite see that far. But on our computer here, it was just trailing a little bit.
So that'll send her on to the 3rd place match tonight. In front of us right now, 4-1. You've got Suko in the lead over on number 3, trying to take 7th place, and Ponce from Perry.
Oh, she's going to get a tech fall.
And she'll take 7th place. So we were scheduled to be on for 3 hours this morning, and there's no way we'll be on for 3 hours this morning.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Not going to happen. Suko still with a lead there. Over on number 1 right now, Lexa Nelson from Pekin. Serenity Turner, who we saw get beat earlier this morning from Knoxville.
On mat 2, we've got Clara Ball trailing against West, leading 4-0. Now on mat 4, we've got Kate Kraus of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Brianna Kiger of Carroll.
That is also a 7th place match, so we are, looks like we will keep the 7th place matches here on 3 and 4. And then probably start to fill in with those when the other Consolation semifinals need to move over. And a takedown.
Takedown by Kraus. Lots of hand fighting over on mat 2 as they're in their 3rd period. Looks like mat 1 finished. Turner with the fall over on mat 1 of Knoxville as she moves on to tonight.
Kraus tucks the head under, and she's going to get some back points. She's going to be close to a pin. As Kiger started to slide out of it a little bit. She's going to try to Gumby her arms out of there, it looks like. Kraus continues to look at the official and wants to know what else she can do right now.
It's a hard position to get out of.
How can the human body bend like that? She's just looking up like, can't do anything. Arms are stuck behind her.
She's praying that everything she's doing right now is keeping her off her back. It's working.
It is, because
that's impressive.
And Kraus is in that position. She can't roll too far right now because she'd roll herself into a bad position.
Yep.
Over on number 1, Mariah Michaels of St. Ansgar in a 3-0 lead over Macy Rasmussen of Audubon. Valentina West of Assumption leads 9-0 on mat 2. Suko still leads 4-1 on mat 3. And that one is over, I believe. Or did they just go to, yes, that is over. Suko wins that one. She'll be the 7th place winner from Sumner Fredericksburg. And congratulations to Kaylin Roster of Vinton Shellsburg. She will take 8th this year.
Valentina West takes a larger lead on mat 2, 9-0 against Ball as they finish out that match over there. And they both go on to tonight. Kraus in and on another shot as she leads 7-0, or 1.
We will be on tonight
in the 2nd period
at 6 o'clock. I had to check and see what time that all went. I didn't know if it was 6 or 6:30, but the finals will start tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll have the finals going on the middle mats. 3rd and 5th place matches going on the outside mats.
Quick match over on mat 1 as they get started, and Michaels is looking for a fall over on the edge of the mat there with 30 seconds left.
She's got her locked in, run out of room over there on the edge of the mat. And she does get it over there. Michaels with a fall over Rasmussen. New bout going on, 7th place match at 120 on mat number 3. Just getting rolling here as Abigail Chima from South Tama. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong one. That is Lillian Geiser from Lisbon against Malin Davis from Algona. And they're about a minute into that one.
Got a new match over on mat 2 there. That's Ellie Wheats of Vinton Shellsburg takes on Cameron Judish to know where they're wrestling at tonight.
right now, trying to score, everybody trying to score team points right now and win that traditional tournament. No duels yet in girls wrestling. I don't know how far away we are from having dual tournaments, but state dual tournaments, but just not yet.
I don't think it's something we'll see in the next year or two, but it's definitely something in the future for girls to definitely, hopefully see, you know, for them.
As some of these schools start to fill up their rosters more and get somebody wrestling at every weight. I know more and more of your 2A schools are starting to do it right now. I don't know if the 1A schools are quite to that point yet, but it takes a lot. There's a lot of programs that have a tough time filling every single weight. There's a specialty to it.
And not that every program needs to be full, but just to have more to make it worth, you know, traveling to these duels to get these matches for these girls.
Oh, nice double attempt there from Kraus. See if she can get her head out.
Kraus kind of fell to her butt there.
Yeah, Kiger trying to work her way around behind right now, but Kraus hanging onto that leg.
Geyser in the lead, 3-1 over on mat 3. Still no points scored on mat 4 here, and Kraus gets the takedown, extending her lead 9-1 as she looks for a fall now.
Keston Spratt, who we've seen a couple times at this tournament, leading Lily Cooper 6-1 over on number 1, trying to go to the third place match tonight at 6 o'clock. Cradle attempt here from Kraus. She made the right decision there to try to go to a different move. It was a little bit thin on that. .40 seconds to go here.
Oh, she's gonna try and get a cradle, but she doesn't quite rock it right, and she gets reversed.
Kiger now counting down. Kiger trying to win 7th place right now. She's getting back points. There's a huge point lead by Kraus. She's just got to stay off her back, stay off her shoulders.
20 seconds left in the match.
And she gets to her chest, and that should probably do it for Kraus. That should allow her to take 7th. The 6-point move, but at 14-7, there's going to be a lot yet to overcome for Kiger.
Looks like your 7th place match has been decided over on mat 3, as it's Davis takes the win over there versus Geyser. Kraus gets it. 7th place for Kate Kraus of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont.
Spratt still leads 6-5 right now as they just get started on period number 2. Cameron Judish leads Ellie Wheats 6-0 on mat number 2.
Got a new match over on mat 3. Ava Streeter of Durant takes on Amelia Walk of St. Ansgar. That is a 7th place match as well.
We are already up to our 130-pound 7th place match here on number 4. Sophie Glazer from New Hampton, Turkey Valley, and Maylee Medberry from Central Elkader. I would imagine, based on geography, that those two have seen each other multiple times this year. Schools aren't far from each other. Again, these are 7th place matches right now. Mats 1 and 2. Wrestling for 3rd and 5th, or to go to the 3rd and 5th place matches tonight. Take a quick peek at our team scores right now as well in Class 1A. It is Mount Vernon now leading 1A. They've got 86 team points right now. East Buchanan at 79, so we'll have to wait till the finals night. Decorah 65.5, Osage 63.5. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 58.5. Logan, Magnolia, Woodbine right behind them at 56.5. So That's close there, and we've got a two-team race in Class 2A. Just 4.5 points separate Raccoon River Northwest and Ankeny in that one. Cedar Falls is at 117, so they're still in the hunt. I haven't seen how many they have wrestling tonight, but that'll be a huge final tonight there, and I know both Raccoon River Northwest and Ankeny have several wrestlers in the finals.
It's amazing how quick those team points can change each round.
And as you work into these higher rounds, they're worth so much more, and they're seeing several pins throughout the course of the day. Ankeny has closed that gap on Raccoon River. So right here in front of us, Glazer has a 3-0 lead. Ava Streeter with a 3-0 lead in her match over on number 1 over Amelia Walk. Carly Kraus of Creston, freshman, against Eileen Aragon of West Liberty. That is, Kraus has just taken a 3-0 lead there on a takedown. Kraus's dad is a high school wrestling coach over at Centennial, so she's grown up in a room and seen a lot of that, so good to see her out here. She'll fighting to get to third place here tonight. Ellie Wheats trails Cameron Judish 7-6 right now in the third period on mat number 2. Actually now 11-6. Cameron Judish will head to the third place match tonight.
Got about a minute left over on mat 3 for that 7th place 125-pound match in the second period. 30 seconds, or a minute 40, sorry, in the first period here on mat 4. Got a new match over there on mat 2, it looks like. Madison Swenson of Osage and Georgia Smith of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont.
And Swenson just got done wrestling not too long ago, and I'm guessing Smith probably wasn't wrestling that long ago either, but you mentioned yesterday the software doesn't allow them to wrestle within, 30 minutes? Was that the right?
Yes,
number?
I
Yeah.
believe the time is 30 minutes that the wrestlers have to have between each other, or between matches.
Takedown right in front of us there for Glazer. She leads now 5-0 in the second. She's going to try to run a half.
We got a nice reversal over on mat 3. As Streeter is up 3-0.
Well, I think we're behind a little bit here. It's got 10-2 on the board over there. And that would make a lot more sense based on what we've seen. Now it's starting to catch up.
I was like, that doesn't make sense. Now it does. Yep, Smith looking for a fall over for placing rounds tonight on mat 2.
She's close.
As Swenson is literally scooting to the edge of the mat.
Trying to just get herself out. She's got a lot of room to go yet, though.
Smith doing a nice job of trying to keep her in.
It's one of those situations.
As long as she keeps herself in.
Yes, 1 point of contact,
okay,
right?
Yes. We're going to regroup, and she's going to get some near fall points, looks like.
5-2 here on number 4 between Glazer and Medbury. Ava Streeter still leads 10-2, and they are starting the third period in neutral. And over on number 1, Carly Cruz. She leads 4-0 over Eileen Aragon. That is mat number 1. So I'm not sure what the discussion is over on number 3. They've got all the coaches and the officials over there at the scorer's bench. The coaches look at each other and both kind of put their palms up and walk away. So whatever, I think it's going to be whatever
everybody's frustrated over
officials
there,
want. And a headlock right here put on, and it looks like coming back around with a takedown here for Glazer. Medbury was in, had her headlocked, and it looked like she was ready to put her to the mat, and Glazer worked around. Now she's high on the half. Trying to pull that lower arm through, and she does.
Looks nice.
That was a textbook half Nelson there from Sophie Glazer.
Loses control, though. Got an exciting match over on mat 1. as Aragon now is closing in the gap in the third period with a minute left. 3-4, Cruz in the lead.
And 4 near fall points as well. So Aragon just took a 7-4 lead over there.
Mat 2 as they are looking to see what mat they're on tonight. Smith leads against Swenson 7-0.
Walk just got a takedown to make it 11-5. She trails. 54 seconds over on mat number 1, trying to head to tonight's third place match. Carly Cruz, Eileen Aragon.
Oh, a lot of movement on mat 3 and a fall.
And Aragon just got 3 more near fall points, 4 of them actually, to make it 11-4.
Looks like Streeter had the fall over on mat 3 for your 7th place spot on the podium. A reversal over on mat 2 and another reversal on mat 2. Smith now leading, I want to say it's 12-2. Maybe they didn't award the reversal. It was too quick.
So 10-0 still the score over there.
Smith lost a little bit of control there and gained it back as she's riding heavy. Now up on mat 3, we've got Montana Mitchell of Winterset takes on Caitlin Brandhorst of Woodward Granger.
And right in front of us on mat 4, Kyler Downey of Clorinda and Amelia Wadsworth of Decorah. You see it a lot. A lot of these girls you'll see with 2 to 3 weights together, you'll see girls from the same school wrestling, and probably that helps a lot as they drill with each other and practice with each other.
That's when you know that they've got good partners in the room, is when they're grouped together like that and improving.
Early takedown over on number 3 from Montana Mitchell, and she was nearly in on a double again, but it was fought off by Brandhorst. Ooh, a quick single on number 1. That was very quick. Bourne, who was upset in the semifinals, her first loss of the year.
Looks like Buffin, though, was
she's the one holding on right now. She got out of it. Other sports where they tell you what colors you have to wear, light and dark, not the case here. So you might have the same teams with very similar colors. Can be tough from a distance to figure out exactly who is who.
Right, yeah.
13-0 Georgia Smith over on number 2.
She's looking for doesn't quite get it yet. Looking for a fall there on mat 3 at 1.2. Got some near fall points.
And over on number 1, Bourne and Buffum, still no score there. Mitchell, though, Brandhorst has taken a 4-3 lead on number 3. And that is the end of the first period there. Our mat must have something to it, because that coin sat perpendicular to the mat once again for a long time before it finally fell over.
I think the refs play with the flippers enough that they've got some cool tricks that they're showing off. Stalling over on mat 2 for Red. Smith leading 13-1 with 9 seconds left.
Which it's fine to give up a stalling at that point when you lead 13-1.
Yep. Really rough and rowdy battle over on mat 1 with, I believe that's 16 seconds left and no points scored.
Yeah, a lot of action, though, over there. Those ladies fighting to go to the third place match tonight.
Oh, we got locked hands here on mat 4, but looking for a fall.
And it is a pin for Amelia Wadsworth. And over on number 3, I believe that Brandhorst just won by fall. I believe she did. Brandhorst with a pin over Montana Mitchell. So 7th place finish for her. And we move on now to 155 and 145 7th place matches.
We're going to bring out some new matches here, kind of across the board. Over on mat 2, we've got Jessica Osborne out of Northwood Kensett, Reese Burns from Central Elkader. Still no points scored over on mat 1.
Bourne is scoring back points right now. Bourne trying to work through.
Over on that, yeah, I see him now over on the edge of the mat there.
Blocked by a bunch of, blocking us are a bunch of coaches and trainers.
Yep.
Bourne trying to improve her position there. Geez, about Buffum nearly kicked the official as she got out of it. He was in there nice and tight. 4-point near fall there for Cadence Bourne. And she gets a pin.
Mat 3, we've got Adeline Huddick of Manson Northwest Webster and Cheyenne Dyke of East Union. And now starting on mat 4, we've got Lucy Conan of Manson Northwest Webster and Reagan Jensen from Algona. Again, your 3rd and 4th are your mats. 3 and 4 are your 7th place matches. 1 and 2 are your matches to deter what spots they will have tonight.
Jensen has the leg up in the air here of Conan and gets her down to her back. 3 points there. Just Conan was able to spin out of it real quick and get the near, avoid any back points. Also from Northwest Webster, Adeline Hudick, like you said, over there. So 2 Manson Northwest Webster wrestlers at concurrent weights wrestling right now.
Got a takedown over on mat 3. It looks like it's Huddick over Dyke. My apologies. Yeah, Huddick over Dyke.
Yes, that is correct. Yep, Huddick on top there. She got the early takedown. And what do we have? Stoppage in action here on number 4. Conan trails Reagan Jensen 3-0. Jensen quick into that move. Looked like she was going to try a cradle there for a moment. Decided to try something different.
Lots of exciting movement over on mat 2. Harris leading 3-2 against Sunshine Casey.
Right here, Jensen trying to work in on the headlock and get a turn. She's close. Conan, no, nice move. Conan trying to get her head out now. Conan has improved her spot. Trying to slide her head out, but Jensen hanging on for dear life.
She needs, I was going to say she needs to try and pop that elbow, but also trying to keep that pressure on her.
There it is, the reversal for Conan.
Over on mat 1, we've got Ashley Ferrier of Mid-Prairie and Lenny Gussick of Albernet. No points scored with 15 seconds left in the period.
And a 6-0 lead on number 3 for Adeline Huddick.
Looking for a fall over on mat 2. Looks like Harris over Casey as they head into the second period. Harris leads 7-2. 6-0 lead on mat 3 as they're looking for a fall, and she gets it.
Man, that move coming through for Conan.
Adeline.
She slid the leg in and just overdid it just a little bit, but now Jensen's got on top.
Gonna get another fall here on mat 4.
It's gonna be close.
Huddick is your 7th place match winner at 145 pounds.
There's the pin for Reagan Jensen. I loved the move that Conan went with and had Jensen to her back, and Jensen was able to spin right through it though and end up on top.
Another pin over on mat 2 for, is it Casey was able to pull off the win there. Coming from behind.
Sunshine Casey. Up to 190 on mat number 3 right now, just getting started. Actually, yes, just getting started here. About 15 seconds into it. Get everything updated here for us. That is Ellen Gerlach from Southwest Area Team, Tegan Hartz from West Branch.
Got Kyra Cox from APGC and Raylene Hawkins of Iowa Valley on mat 4, my apologies.
In 7th place matches here, and then we'll get some more consolation semis over on our part. Quick takedown there, real quick takedown for Hawkins. She's got Cox on her back, and Hawkins gets a fast pin here to take 7th place.
Mat 3, some quick action also with Hartz taking the lead with a takedown over Gerlach. Looking for a fall over on mat 3.
That is Hartz trying to get the fall there. She leads 3-0. I haven't seen. It looks like he's got the 4 back points out for her as well. Man, look at her. She tries to pull those shoulders out.
She just has to rock her just right. Set back a little bit there. For your 7th place match here on mat 4, we've got Ella Ray of Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont takes on Ava Trendy of New Hampton Turkey Valley, as they both are looking for some headlocks here.
Trendy has the advantage at the moment, like you mentioned. Ray trying to keep that hip tight to her. And Trendy gets her down, but
nothing yet though. There's the 3 for Trendy. Got Hartz with the lead, 7-0 against Gerlach over on mat 3 for 7th place.
7-0 over on number 3 right now for Hartz. Crowd starting to thin out a little bit as our finals are set for tonight, and we don't have hardly any matches left to go. And actually 2A looks to only have 1 mat left.
Good match over on mat 1. We've got Ferrier and Gessick fighting for their placements tonight. They are 1-1 in the 3rd period with 40 seconds left in the 3rd period.
There's a pin for Tegan Hartz.
Mat 2 placing for tonight. We've got Weinrich leading 3-1 against Canunchi.
Still 3-0 right now with Trendy in the lead, the freshman. And she gets the pin.
Mat.
18 seconds to go in the 1st period, and the freshman Ava Trendy gets the pin to take 7th place. And we're up now into the Consolation Semifinals is what you'll be looking at on all the screens now. Over on mat number 3, that is going to be Addison Hochstetler from North Tama against Taylor Stiefel from East Buchanan. East Buck in the team race right now. And then now in mat 4 will be Samantha Lyons of Fairfield and Grace Pinkney from Mount Vernon. Those are the ones in front of us that we can see the best. We'll try to keep you updated as well of what's going on over on 1 and 2 as well. It's Weinrich over Konechny at the moment on number 2, and Ferrier and Gusick are tied at 1 on mat 1.
And they are in overtime over on mat 1. So takedown wins it. If there is no takedown in the next 20 seconds, then they will go choice on who gets bottom first.
So we're looking at mat 1 right now in overtime. 10 seconds to go. And it appears we'll be headed to our 2nd overtime. Things got a lot quieter in here all of a sudden. 2A is done, and we are probably about 10 minutes, 15 tops away from being done here in Class 1A as well, and be back at 6 o'clock tonight for the finals. So we are heading to the second overtime period over on number 1, and it looks like Gusick will be on top here as Ferrier will try to get the escape. And Ferrier was nearly up. Gusick keeps her back down. As they're off the camera right now, but look at this. Ferrier gets the reverse, not quite. She's got to kick her leg out.
Got short time there to get it done.
She's working to get her leg out. That's all she wants to do right now is get that point to get her leg out in the full 30-second ride there.
Call it.
Gusick gets that full 30-second ride. So now Ferrier will have to try to ride her out for 30 seconds.
Got Miley Walls of East Buchanan takes on Lori Luzman of Decorah over on mat 1 as their match just got underway.
And there's the escape. They have to wrestle for 15 more seconds right now as a 2-1 lead for Gusick. As they go off the mat, so now Ferrier needs to get that takedown.
She hustled back to the center knowing what needs to be done. Can she do it with 6 seconds left? No, and it doesn't. She doesn't do it. Got Gusick of Albernet takes the win over on mat 1 for that Consolation semi-round.
We're going to take our final break of the day here on at the Girls State Wrestling Tournament, brought to you by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Thank you to Mid-American Energy Company, who allows our stream to continue uninterrupted, so you can continue to watch the action as we keep our streams going here on mat number 1 right now. Evie Marlin of Creston against Reese Logan of Spirit Lake. That's to go to the 3rd place match tonight at 135 pounds. Mat number 2, 145. Lauren Rogers of Woodward Granger. Addie Wisner of Mount Vernon. Mat number 3, Miley Walls of East Buchanan. Lauren Luzum of Decorah. Luzum winning that one 3-1. And mat number 4, 170, Samantha Lyons of Fairfield. Gracie Pinkney of Mount Vernon. And if you think things are a lot quieter on our microphones, you are correct.
Yes.
Our arena is about a third full of what it once was earlier today, as we're down to just these 4 of 8 mats still continuing. And they will be done here very soon.
These consolation matches dictate where the girls will be at tonight. We've already decided our finals matches, but these girls, it'll be either fighting for 3rd or fighting for 5th here this evening we start at 6:30?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, I believe doors open at 5.
Mount Vernon currently, and that's why this match is important right now for Gracie Pinkney. Mount Vernon in first place in Class 1A. With 86 points. East Buchanan 7 points behind him at 79. Decorah has 68.5. Bettyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 64.5. And Osage 63.5. So
got some close matches.
Close ones tonight. Each of those schools have some wrestlers in the finals. And those 3rd and 5th place matches end up meaning a lot as well. As a lot of times that's where your championships are won. In Class 2A, Raccoon River Valley Northwest has 144.5 team points. Ankeny 126, Cedar Falls 124. So looks like it's going to be a race for second in that one.
We got Chloe Sanders of Vinton-Shellsburg taking on Andalyn Kablaka out of East Buchanan over on mat 3 with Kablaka down. Actually, Sanders has the takedown, it looks like, on the edge of the mat, looking for a fall. If I can see the singlets right.
That's Kabelka. Actually, that's on top. Right now on that baby blue, she's the one that, sorry, I'm talking 3. Are you looking at 3?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's Kabelka. That's got the, no, sorry.
Oh, I'm looking at 1 on our thing.
Yes, we got too many East Buck wrestlers here. It is, yes, that is Waltz over on number 3.
And Newsom.
She got the 4-point near fall on the edge of the mat. The mats will start to come up. We will start to reconfigure all our things for tonight. And all the pageantry that is a state championship matchup with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union will be taking place tonight.
The atmosphere I'm looking forward to tonight is another packed house as we are sold out again.
And it will be, yep.
Looking for a fall over on mat 2. A little bit different this year. We're going to have 6 mats, as 2A will have their 3 mats for their placing rounds, and 1A will have their 3 mats for their placing rounds.
There will definitely be a buzz tonight, and all the bars and restaurants around here in the Iowa River Landing area will be full this afternoon of girls wrestling fans from all around the state. So a 7-1 lead here for Samantha Lyons over Gracie Pinckney, and Lyons will wrestle for 3rd place tonight.
I would say Carver Hawkeye Arena is not going to be very full tonight with the numbers that we have here at our girls' state tournament.
Yes, there will be a lot of, this area will be quite congested tonight, and imagine about 9 o'clock as people start to disperse, there's going to be a lot of traffic around here as well. This tournament has just grown. You know, one of the concerns with going 2 classes was, were we going to have the bigger crowds? And they sold out these sessions today. Yesterday were near sellouts for both sessions, so people in Iowa love their wrestling.
Yes, that is definitely for sure. It's cool to see the support, though, here for these girls this weekend.
7-0 over on number 2, Lizzie Wolf of Benton Community in the lead over Riley Markham from Missouri Valley. That's 155 pounds. We've got 170 going on here on number 4 now, Lena DeMoss, Benton Community. Number 1, Briar Blake, trying to wrestle back into the 3rd place matchup tonight. Blake tries to throw the leg in, can't quite do it, and converts it to a single and gets the takedown. Nice combination of moves there from Briar Blake.
Yes. But had a close match over on mat 3. Waltz is up 8-6 now with 20 seconds left in the 3rd period. Looks like Luzman scrambling to try and get some more points.
Walls just got 2 more there to make it 10-5, and that's the some more team points for East Buchanan.
That looks like it'll conclude the match over on mat 3. Over on mat 1, Sanders of Vinton-Shellsburg has a heavy lead against Kabaka with about 30 seconds left. Looks like maybe there was a fall. Vinton-Shellsburg, Sanders got the fall over on mat 1.
Not sure what our discussion was with the officials over on number 1, but the coaches were out there, and now back to 2:35 over there, so we will be done. As soon as we get done here, these will be the last matches we have.
Looking for a fall
today.
here on 2 again. It looks like, is it Lizzie Wolf gets the fall on mat 2?
Yeah, Wolf was ahead 7-0. Yes, she does get the fall there. And on number 3 right now, we are up to 190, and that is Elizabeth Callanan of West Marshall, Kennedy Burke of Denver.
Mat 1 is now Emma Daniels of Carroll and Jocelyn Buffum of Missouri Valley.
And Buffum we just saw get finished up not very long ago at all. And a quick fall over on number 3 at 190. And that was going to be Callanan.
That will conclude our matches on mat 2.
22 seconds into that one.
Not tonight, this afternoon.
This afternoon. Yeah, I'm looking outside. I can see a little bit of sunlight up there. I see the windows. But
when we come in and it's a little dark.
Yesterday here for, what, 13 hours?
Yes.
It's like time stands still. You expect it to be just like it was when you walked in. It's not.
It almost is, though. When we walk in, it's a little dark, and then when we left, it was a little dark.
It was a lot dark when we got out of here last night. All right, Briar Blake, so good on her feet. As I say that, she gets taken down.
Throws in a half right away.
Yeah, it's 6-4 right now as Lena DeMoss trails.
Takedown over on mat 3 for Haley Armstrong of Atlantic as she lets her up and goes back center.
Mat 2 already done, packing up shop over there.
Buffum in the lead over on mat 1.
We need to convince them when these mats shut down, move the action to us. Don't make us have to look through other people.
Right, yeah. Really not a good spot for us anywhere we go.
No, we're always going to be looking through people. It's the constant buzz. It is Grand Central Station on the mats once people start to fill in.
Yes, and I mean the coaches even, sitting behind them, you'd think they're going to be, they don't sit. They move so much that they're up and down and moving around that. A pin over on mat 3.
It is Emma Cook of Colfax Mingo.
She was trailing against Armstrong.
So she will head on tonight to wrestle for 3rd place against the winner of over on mat 1 right now between Emma Daniels and Jocelyn Buffum. Still a tight one here on number 4, Briar Blake, Lena DeMoss. Blake leading 6-4. Double on the edge right there for DeMoss and runs out of room.
A lot of action by these girls as lots of hand fighting and collar ties. Got a 7-1 lead now over on mat 1 for Buffum over Daniels. And they are in the 2nd period with.
And 3 more there for Buffum.
50 seconds left.
Off the mat, checking Pete Tarpey's camera skills here on number 4. A quick move right in front of him. He can't hear me right now, so still has his moves. 6-4 here, 45 seconds to go. Blake trying to close this out. Chance to finish her career in 3rd place, came in as the 1 seed.
It's a battle to come back for that 3rd place match.
Big time, yes.
Yes, you almost see double the matches. Oh, she dives in on a leg. No, he's going to call it out.
Just off as DeMoss's foot came up as she tried to finish off the takedown.
The coach is going to argue that it was inbounds.
And a warning there issued to the coaches.
Coaches want it just as bad for the wrestlers.
It's one of those, the official, though, if he knows for sure it didn't happen, he's not going to put up with any arguments. He's right there to say no, and I agree with it. He was correct. The foot came up.
I mean, even if he was wrong, I wouldn't admit it.
Now Blake, and a takedown, a late takedown for DeMoss.
Man.
DeMoss is going to win this, and she'll head on to the.
Fall even. No
it
time.
Is over. DeMoss will head to the 3rd place match tonight.
What a comeback.
A takedown with 2 seconds to go. And at the same time, let's see, Buffum wins over on number 1, and we've got one more match to go. It looks like they're walking in to do one more. One more, good. They're doing it right in front of us as well.
Bringing it to us. That's what we wanted.
That's
right?
what we wanted. Here on mat number 4. We are going to get from West Liberty. It is Brescia Garcia Vasquez and then Emma DeYoung from Boyden Hull Rock Valley. As we wait for our second official to join. And we're good to go. Final match with a spot in tonight's third place match to go. Garcia Vasquez works in right away, trying to get that reverse cradle. Gets the takedown.
I'm not going to lie, through the whole tournament, I don't think I've heard a cheer. And now that we're down to one match,
right,
I can finally hear the cheerleaders. Yeah.
Definitely not the buzz here as we've got all the
our crowd behind us kind of died down.
West Liberty fans behind us right now. Garcia Vasquez, he came in at 27-1. She lost in the semifinals here about 45 minutes ago. A lot of tournament championships for her this year. Emma DeYoung, the 4th seed coming in this year. Her sister Kaylee is also here. But right now, Garcia Vasquez trying to get those shoulders to the mat. Keeps working on the head.
Doing a nice job.
Driving that shoulder in. There it is.
The ref looking for it.
That is a
Not
power
quite
move
there.
from Garcia Vasquez. Somehow, though, DeYoung gets out of it. Now Garcia Vasquez will go to work on the top. (7-0) the early lead for Brescia. Garcia Vasquez.
Something cool that I think we're going to look for a pin here.
15
Can
seconds
she get
to go.
It this time?
Putting pressure on that
And
left
it's
shoulder and gets the
there.
pin. Time for us to find some lunch.
Yes.
Lots of great places here around Extreme Arena in Coralville. Coach Bo, some of your closing thoughts here as we head to the finals tonight.
Definitely looking forward to the matchups that we're going to have tonight. I mean, that championship match all the way through, that 5th place match, we're going to have an exciting night. Something, too, that they do a wonderful job at is kind of setting the tone and the atmosphere in here. This Iowa Girls Athletic Union does a wonderful job of decorating and making, the girls feel special. So I'm excited to see what they do and how they move things around, and excited to see these girls wrestle tonight.
So it's time to reconfigure the mats, get our cameras moved around, and get set to go for tonight's finals. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock. For Sydney Bolin, I'm Andy Pollack, and this has been the morning session here, session number 3 at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Wrestling Tournament. We'll catch you guys back here tonight at 6 here on YouTube.